Welcome or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz. If you are joining me again, thank you so much. I will say that it has taken everything in me not to just delete my whole channel because I'm freaking out. So, I hope your New Year is going well so far. January always kind of seems to be the longest month ever, but it seems like it's going pretty fast, and I'm not really a fan of that. But let's talk about February. Let's kind of see what's going on. Forgive me if I have to clear my throat. I'm gonna try not to because I know that is annoying. But you know, like I was talking about in my last, or I guess the intro, I am kind of going through like a throat healing, and it's no joke. You know, it's a lot of like trusting the process and a lot of rest. Oh my gosh, you know, like the value of rest is just unmatched. I'm sure if you've gone through any type of, you know, kind of chakra clearing, healing, you know, it can be a bit of a roller coaster. And if you haven't gone through anything like that yet, it's fun. So that's all just to say, my voice has been crazy the last month. Still, I'm kind of dealing with some congestion. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. We're going to kind of do the same setup that we did last time. The middle card is going to be the current energy. Again, you know, we're talking about February, so what's the current energy going into February? The card to the left of that is any potential blocks. The card beneath that is the advice on how to clear the block, and then where we're heading. And again, we only take the cards that fall out. We prefer one at a time. We want the messages to be super clear, but we'll take two if they come out together. Any more than two, we'll put them back in the deck. I don't do reversals unless it decides to end up in the reverse on its fall out. And I will say, kind of getting into the reading here, as I was shuffling the deck and just kind of meditating on your energy. When I split the deck to shuffle it, there was the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And I don't generally like pay attention to the splits like that. Like that's not, you know, like why I'm shuffling the cards. But it was just so, like, it was like the way that I cut the deck. I was just like looking at them and I'm like, oh snap. Okay, so that could mean that you have either met somebody or you could be potentially meeting somebody in the month of February. No pun intended with it being, you know, of course, the month of Valentine's Day and such. But, you know, I mean, the cups are dealing with our emotions and also the water signs. So it could be a water sign that you meet. You could just be very much into your feels going into February. I mean, you could very well be kind of going through your own emotional healing. And, you know, the queens generally represent us internalizing the energy of that suit. And the kings are typically, you know, kind of sharing that energy with other people. So, you know, I mean, you could very well be very much in your feelings, maybe even kind of coming into your intuitive powers or your psychic powers, or maybe starting to explore that a little bit more. Maybe like a third eye chakra type opening. And you could be expressing that, you know, like to other people. So, you know, I mean, there could be a lot of different options there. But let's get going. Let's see about February. What's the current energy like? How are we going into February for Aries? Okay, so it just wants to spit out a quarter of the whole deck. A little too much information. Current energy for Aries. All right, we got two cards coming out here. We have the Page of Pentacles and Seven of Wands. The Page of Pentacles is the learning stages of something. So, I mean, you very well could be training in something. Again, you know, even just kind of like I was saying about, you know, if you have some sort of like intuitive psychic powers, or just kind of connecting a little bit more to that recently, that could be what this is also. I mean, very much grounded. The pentacles are also slow moving. So the feeling that I almost kind of get from this is like kind of having to find like a little bit of patience in the learning curve. You know, it's kind of like, to me, it looks like they're facing each other, but both of their eyes are closed. So there's a level of focus and meditation here. The Seven of Wands is, you know, as you can see, she's kind of in her bubble here, and there's all these wands that are trying to kind of penetrate her space. So, you know, it's very much about like kind of defending your position, standing your ground. But both of these seem to be like so kind of calm. So I just kind of get this feeling of like, you know, kind of trying to almost, you know, like get comfortable with the process. And like I said before with my whole throat chakra thing, you know, trusting the process almost. And I feel a bit of hesitation, or of course I can't think of the word right now, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Five of Wands. So both of those you know, the Seven of Swords kind of talks about being a little sneaky. It's kind of deceptive. So this could be very much, you know, like just you in your thoughts, and maybe, you know, like just some old shit is coming up, or, you know, that's just kind of telling you, you know, whatever shame stories that we've kind of developed and brought along with us throughout life. And, you know, the Five of Wands is, like conflict, almost kind of being in competition. So, you know, just again, like almost kind of just trust the process. Like this is very much new, and it should kind of move slower. You should kind of want to like really be grounded. And even, you know, we kind of have this little starburst coming from, I would say that's like her solar plexus chakra. So, and we have the green here. I mean, this is very much like kind of heart chakra. Like, you know, there's just kind of, there's things that are recalibrating that take time. You know, it takes time to do that. So, you know, and then we have the Six of Wands underneath all of that. So, you know, there's success here. So whatever this is, like whatever, you know, again, you know, and it could be work related, you know, like you could have gotten into a new industry, or you could have, excuse me, been thinking about going back to school even, or just some, you know, like maybe picking up a trade. And, you know, this can be just a lot of options kind of coming your way. You could be maybe overwhelmed by the prospect of maybe even the amount of time or commitment that that could take. But, you know, kind of don't let your mind talk you out of it. You know, like we really should try not to really make decisions from our head anyway. That's something, that's a habit that I've had to get myself out of also. You know, obviously there's no way of, oh my gosh, did you just hear my smoke alarm? So I'm going to take that as confirmation. And my dog hates it. I swear I have changed every single smoke alarm in this house in the last 6 months. There's no reason why it should be chirping. So I'm going to take that as confirmation. And of course I lost my train of thought on that. So let's just continue, and I'm sure it'll come back to me. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be stressed. I know I was talking about like if you're kind of taking up a new trade. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, like it's been a journey to, you know, kind of get out of my head as far as making decisions go and get into my body. Like, of course, there's no way to just turn your brain off, right? I mean, we all can try. It works, you know, short term. But really, you know, like kind of see how it feels in your body. Like, how does your body react to some of these decisions that you might have to make? Or, you know, kind of where, you know, if it is like an intuitive opening or third eye, you know, kind of opening, you know, again, our chakras are, of course, built into our bodily energy, right? So, you know, just kind of feel into those areas and kind of see what type of response you're getting. Are you getting yes or no's from those centers, right? Like, okay. And what's the block for Aries? What is the block? We have the sun. The sun in the blocked position? I know. Right off the bat, I get this feeling of like fear of success. It is very much real. This could even be like there's all of the colors of, you know, the chakras, the rainbows in this card also. So it could just be, you know, our bodies what am I saying? You know, our bodies develop homeostasis, right? So it's used to a certain level of stress, a certain level of, you know, like those hormones that are released. So as we kind of go through making these changes, right? Like based on the vision that we have for our life, not the vision that somebody else has, or conditioning, or, you know, societal pressure, blah, blah, blah. You know, it can be scary to even think, for one, that we deserve this happiness, because I mean, the sun is like the ultimate, you know, you're on top of the world. Like there is nothing better, you know, it's total and complete content, joy. I mean, you know, she's got herself open, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's this kind of like, ray of sunshine, or, what is, of course, I can't think of the flare, this like kind of flare coming from the sun that's kind of going right to her, you know, and she's got her own arms open, and just an overall kind of feeling of joy, right? So it very much could be that. It could also be that there could be a concern that maybe whatever this is not going to bring you the level of joy that you think it will. That could be, I'm like kind of getting this feeling that it could just be like maybe outside sources, or maybe, you know, kind of making you feel that way. Everybody has their opinions. And honestly, you know, like I've just come to realize that people just project their own fears onto us. And then we just kind of take those on to be ours. Like, oh yeah, you're right. You know, I didn't even think about that. Well, no, you didn't, because that's not what's actually going to happen. That, you know, like release it, let it go. And then we have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So again, you know, like with this duo, you know, you can almost just kind of see the juxtaposition between her being in the sun and, you know, joy, and being here, just kind of like tied to this, heartbreak, like just kind of depression, or again, like I said, it could be homeostasis as well. Like, you know, if you follow any like of Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, you know, he talks a lot about how our bodies get conditioned to, again, like I said, like a certain level of stress because of the hormones that our body puts out. So when we start, you know, kind of trying to make these changes, homeostasis is like, whoa, 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 wait a second. This isn't what we normally do. Like, you know, our bodies kind of get addicted to that, and so do our minds. So, you know, it's like this constant awareness to know that's going on, but also to just kind of let yourself work through it, and, you know, kind of choose the joy, choose to feel good, at least, you know, like once. You know, it's like a constant decision. This could also be, you know, like the Knight of Swords is the messenger card. He's also like very fast. So, you know, again, like the Ten of Pentacles has to do with family. So this could just be, you know, like maybe the messaging that you're getting from your family has not been positive with whatever this new venture is. And it's kind of, you know, like, it's kind of taking your joy away. And, you know, if there's one thing that I know to be true, it's that, it's nobody's business what, what we're doing. And I've gotten really good at, and again, it's almost kind of like a muscle that you have to kind of work through, but I've gotten really good about kind of keeping things close to my chest, at least until I feel like I've established myself enough in whatever it is to share it with somebody, because this happens to me a lot. So so there's nothing wrong with, you know, kind of keeping this to your chest, like keeping, you know, like just staying in your bubble and not letting, you know, if these are people, if these are ideas, if these are opinions, not even giving them the attention, you know, at least for the time being. And I know, you know, like that sucks too, because of course we want to share what we're doing with the people that we surround ourselves with, right? And we want those people to be supportive in what we're doing. And it's not to say that they can't be, but, you know, again, I mean, if they can't, at least for the time being, some people just need to be shown that something can be successful before they will even, you know, kind of give it any validity, right? So that's the thing. Like, you know, like I was saying, I've gotten good about, you know, there's certain things that I just don't share with literally anybody. Because I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to get it to a level of success before I share it with people. Because then I can say, look what I did. Look what I've been working on, you know, behind the scenes. And look how amazing this is. And then what are they going to say? You know, I mean, of course, they could say whatever they want. Ugh. All right, I'm going to take these three. I'm kind of breaking my own boundary here, but I think that's actually what we're going to do. Because that feels right. And look, see, even the split, like how, did you see? I don't know if you were able to see like how the cards were split, the Wheel of Fortune. I do kind of want to talk about that. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Again, I mean, like, you are putting in work to something. Like, I mean, this could even be a lifestyle change. I mean, you know, of course, I mean, you know, January is, of course, the notorious month of making resolutions and setting intentions and stuff. So, I mean, this could very much be about, like, you know, changing a lifestyle, just throwing that out there. But I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole. But, you know, like, look how much pentacles we have. I mean, I know it's only 3 cards, but it's half of what's come out already. So I feel like that's significant. The Ace of Pentacles is new. It's, you know, like, we have roots coming out of this pentacle. So this is, you know, I mean, you've been watering something to get it to a point of roots being established and nurturing it. And, you know, you're kind of ready to, like, put it into the ground and really kind of see it flourish. And the Three of Pentacles is like collaboration, working with other people, teamwork, like planning also. So, you know, I mean, like, you could have met people that are going to kind of help you in this new venture thing that you have going on. This new pentacle, it could bring you to the right people to kind of help propel you forward towards whatever this whole situation is. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is literally like the minor arcana card to the major arcana sun card. So it's like the block may be that you're maybe kind of having your shine dimmed a little bit, but the Nine of Cups, the 9 talks about individual completion. The 9s are actually the completion card. Like, this is when we individually feel the energy of that suit. And the 10 is like, you know, the 10 of Cups is like family, kids, and happiness that way. So you know, this, and the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment also. So, you know, there's a treasure chest here. They have, again, you know, kind of the starburst coming out from behind them, and kind of, you know, like almost similar positioning, right? But which is absolutely beautiful. And we have the moon at the bottom of the deck. Oh, and there's a 6. So I think that, you know, like the Wheel of Fortune, just like, you know, kind of a significant card, just in the sense that, you know, like I was kind of talking about before, just do it anyway. And if you don't, if you can't share it with somebody, maybe just don't do that right now, because they'll be able to see the wheel turn as you're doing it, or once it gets established. I don't know if that made sense. But and then we have the moon at the bottom of the deck. And the moon kind of talks about, you know, like a little bit of mystery. It talks about the subconscious also. But it's kind of like, you know, things unseen. So this Nine of Cups, this kind of, you know, like joy that you embody, whatever this kind of like wish fulfillment thing is, like it could just be honestly something that you couldn't have even, like it could just be more than you could have even imagined, which is incredible. Honestly, you know, the best way to manifest anyway is to feel how you want to feel in that thing and not any detail around it. Because then, you know, it kind of gives the universal energies out there a chance to kind of put all these puzzle pieces in place to get you here. But, you know, if you're putting a lot of stipulations on it, like, oh, well, it's got to be this, it's got to be that, it can't be this, it can't be that, then it's like, well, no, because, you know, the best thing for you could be this, that, and this and that, right? So, and again, I hope that makes sense, but it's just the feeling that I'm getting from this is that it could just be more than you could have even imagined. And it's not presenting itself to you yet. Like, you can't necessarily see it yet, but it's there. And we have the Six of Cups, which is, you know, success. It's like the ultimate success. She's like standing on a stage. You know, there's all these people cheering for her. So, I mean, that could be significant, but, you know, I mean, it's coming. Whatever this situation is, you know, try not to focus on this, but focus on that. Like, don't focus backwards. Don't focus on, you know, like the lack of joy or the lack of support or the lack of being able to see kind of how it's all coming together, whatever it is, because you have this idea or thing, you know, like this niche, whatever, you know, that is absolutely you. And the right people are going to come that are going to help. And you're going to be so fucking happy. And just know, you know, I mean, if it's not showing itself to you yet, it will, and it'll be successful, which is absolutely beautiful. So happy February. I can't wait to hear how it goes for you. So definitely let me know if this resonates. And if it did, of course, I would appreciate if you would subscribe to the channel. I'm so glad to have 10 subscribers. I can't even tell you. Oh my God. I honestly didn't even think I was going to get one. So I need to work on my confidence. So that's what I'll be doing all the time, because honestly, it never ends. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about you, Aries. And yeah, it's looking good. Good for you. Okay, bye.